we're showing here is designed to offend, so get ready to get offended. Y'all want some poop? I said y'all want some poop? Well, listen to this!
In 1637, an alliance of rogue samurai and Catholic Japanese peasants attempted to overthrow the Emperor of Japan in the name of Jesus. They were met with the crushing force of the imperial military, aided by the technologically advanced navy of the Dutch. As a result, Japan sealed its borders against all Western nations, except for one, the nation that helped them crush the rebellion, tiny Holland. 3.5 centuries later, the world looked on as the Soviet Union, the first communist empire and a global nuclear superpower, collapsed in slow motion. These historical events, taken together, directly resulted in this.
He's right.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Why, this piece is what all true players strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Corridai. It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon. Great, I'll drop my stuff. There is no time. Your sword is enough.
You guys know the words.
How about a kiss for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Squadala, we're off. Wow, what are all those heads? These are the faces of evil. You must conquer each. I guess I'd better get going. Here is the map. Where do you wish to go?
My heart. To see so many people knowing all of that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got this tightly timed out, so we gotta move. That was the Faces of Evil. Now, it was the late 1980s. Nintendo was working with Sony to create a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo. But when Nintendo realized they had signed a lopsided contract, they betrayed their new partner and rebounded to a reliable old friend, the Dutch. For in Holland, Philips had been building upon the CD-ROM format in hopes of bringing digital software to your living room. This new partnership also fell apart almost immediately, resulting in an unprecedented custody agreement around intellectual property. That's how we got Link, the Faces of Evil, Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon, Hotel Mario, and also wilding out late-night infomercials like the one we're about to show you. Imagine flipping through channels at 1 in the morning and seeing a 40-minute-long program that goes a little something like this.
Sign in, please. Name first, then state why you want to see the wall.
Phil.
Yes?
You've got to conquer Ganon's evil forces and free the island of Corridai.
So, of all the Soviet Union believed they'd give us YTC, Inventors. Phillips hired someone named Babyshitter to create software with not enough time and not enough money. His and all of his employees' paychecks depended on full motion video cutscenes. Fortunately for them, the Soviet Union was falling apart, and millions of Russians were free for the first time to be exploited. I wasn't that. So they hired a Ego Asshole
this very hotel, people.
The story of Daily Igor is the story of why we're here now. They didn't know it, but they gave us this.
YouTube poop. Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
Bothering me. That's the last time I'm going fishing.
My boy. AKA the ElectricTheCheese, came up as an OG during the 2006 boom of poop. He popularized the use of the Volvic commercials as a source, a personal favorite of mine. And many, if not most of you, know his voice, not only because he used himself as a source for pooping, but because it was he who created the idea. That's his voice, including the catchphrase, where there's smoke, I'm going to give you one more try on that. Where there's smoke, there's fire! Thank you. However, even at the very beginning, people who were into poop accused Mr. Simon of making it too accessible with his idea, too identifiable, not weird enough, not confusing enough. Mr. Simon responds.
So the people are like saying, ooh, you're giving YouTube poop a catchphrase. Screw you. Okay. Old.
YouTube poop. Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
No cunt. Okay, shut up.
That was Remember This by Mr. Simon. Which brings us to Mr. Stuart K. Riley. A divisive figure in the community in his own right, he came up watching videos from people like Mr. Simon and eventually became an influential pooper himself. We could probably do a panel just on him and his influence on poop, but we'll keep it brief here. He was a very active and contentious member of YouChew before being shunned over to the long-defunct PoopTube.ning for his vulgar attitude. In 2010, he began the first iteration of YouTube Poop News, which has bounced from channel to channel till the present day, covering the happenings and personalities within the poop world and letting him act as a pundit, covering his opinions. Stu had a chance to interview Mr. Simon.
Now there's a rumor going around that you're actually the person that came up with the phrase YouTube poop. Is there any truth to that, or is that just an urban legend?
In all honesty, I have absolutely no idea who put together the term YouTube poop. As far as I remember, but it was 3 or 4 years ago, I saw the term being used on YouTube, maybe by Super Yoshi, but it was definitely from like a veterinarian guy or a fan of a veterinarian guy. It wasn't any of the people jumping in. I think I appended the term YouTube poop to some of my movies, so it was like the first use of the phrase among the batch of movies which were kind of booming out then. But I did not put the phrase together.
Would you have thought that YouTube poop would have evolved into what it has today?
In the day, in a way, yes, but not in the sense of people kind of regularly asking the question, if you know what I mean. I didn't expect the original material, sets of material, would still be used like several years later. I thought it would I thought each poop with it would bring a new set of material, but it seems like veterinarians and new fans alike are still fans of the Super Mario Sonic series, the CDI collection of games. Part of the reason Super Yoshi decided to poop some of that back on Cheesy Art was because the animation production was so bad, so the editing was more about highlighting the bad parts rather than, well, today it's incredible, and I feel it's simply because people now have the power to edit, whereas before they didn't.
Yeah, so that was... That was Mr. Simon, a.k.a. the ElectricTheCheese, or ElectricTheCheese, just talking about the beginnings of YouTube poop. And did you catch how he mentioned that the editing was used as a way of highlighting the flaws in the source material? That is, believe it or not, one of the core tenets of modern art. Meet Marcel Duchamp. Marcel Duchamp knows the secret of every great artist. To create the most groundbreaking art, you must find the freshest ingredients. You see, Duchamp's friends were jealous of this artists club in Paris called the Society of Independent Artists. They wanted to make their own Society of Independent Artists, so they put out a call to have artists submit pieces to their gallery opening. You pay a fee, your piece gets in, no questions asked. Well, Duchamp thought maybe his friends were a little too hoity-toity to really let that happen, so he decided to test them. He went down to his local plumbing warehouse and bought a urinal, put it on his sculpture's pedestal and signed a fake name on it, submitted that to the gallery with the fee, and said, okay, he paid the fee, you have to put this in the gallery, right? Well, they didn't, and so he pulled himself and all of his money from their board of directors. Their club never got off the ground, but accidentally, modern art was invented. So fast forward about 100 years or something like that. Passage à l'Acte, experimental short film that toured festivals in '93. Same year we got Link the Faces of Evil and Zelda the Wand of Gamelon, by the way. Now, you may not call this YouTube poop, as YouTube wouldn't exist for a few decades, but, well, okay, we showed you the first minute of Passage à l'Acte 2 years ago at our first panel, so we're not going to waste your time with that again. Instead, we're going to show you the second minute of Passage à l'Acte by Marc.
Yeah, people watch that in the theater for 12 minutes. That was my personal favorite minute of recently got the YTP version of this? Massage on my hand.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, what might that particular series be?
Church and ask God to find you.
We now return.
Now here's my
to Galtar.
Here's my plan. All you and Skooks have to do is to find Daphne and get turned on.
And this Daphne
shags the fish.
Lucky for you, I'm a fish lover.
Come inside and let's fuck around.
Here's a dart, Skooks.
Don't let it bite you. That spider bites you. Spider bite. Hurt
Let's all meet back at the malt shop. With the pickle on top. With the pickle on top. With the... Come on, gang. It's time we head for home.
We have come for the golden ass.
It belongs to me, and you can't have it.
You want the ass?
You bet. Quick, Skooks, make like a 2-million-year-old watchdog.
No, thanks.
Those two creeps have got something to eat.
They must have taken Daphne. The quickest way to find Daphne is down here. Look, it's Daphne.
Skooks, untie me.
Now we're all locked in.
And there's no way out.
There's only one way out.
No.
Let's head for the malt shop. It's no use. It won't budge.
I guess our only chance is to shed it.
It's no use.
Twinks right in. Twinks.
Well, what do you know? We're free.
Those are.
This sure is a groovy day for a beach party. You bet.
Hey, man. Now, why didn't I nibble? Hot dogs? What did you say? Hot dogs?
How about that, Skooks? Now, Orpheus for the win. We've mentioned a few people have been divisive. Divisive among who, exactly? Well, there was a place where people argued about YouTube poop, and that place was YouChew Poop, a web forum just for talking about poop. And that's where it developed a culture for better and for worse. I want to talk about a guy. This guy was just a young teenager when YouTube poop was blowing up, and he idolized the old guard of YouTube poop. But as he lurked the YouChew forums, he found the old guard speaking ill of his new material, and he was crushed to learn, basically the lesson we must all learn at some point: never meet your heroes. He had a thing or two to say about his experience.
The pedantic pricks at the YouChew forums have to open their mouths constantly about how bad of a person I am for being popular. I'm fucking sorry people like me, YouChew. What a crime! God forbid YouTube poop ever be more than a stupid, self-indulgent inside joke shared by tens of people. I'm fucking sorry I sent new people to your forums in earnest, which you proceeded to shit on for not being from 2009. I'm fucking sorry it's not 2009 anymore. I'm sorry that time fucking exists and it causes things, including YTP, to change. I'm sure when scientists invent the first time machine, the first fucking thing they're going to do is go back to 2009 just so you guys can fap to fucking Robotnik CDI Fuckfest Adventure again.
Powerful words.
Snooping.
Just you.
So, yeah, that was just a little out of context clip from a video called We Need to Talk, where he actually, he later on transitioned his channel from YouTube poop to video essays, and that was one of them where he actually talked about the development of this culture. But that wasn't the only document he produced on on YouTube. Edward Levin's YouChew Rant. He community was becoming. I have it right here, I'm going to read something to you. Now, first of all, 90% of you guys right now are probably wondering who or what in the blue hell is YouChew. YouChew is a YouTube poop-based forum where members discuss and examine poops, poopers, techniques, sources, and conceptually, this idea is fucking great. If you didn't catch on by now, YTPs are weird. Really weird. They're so weird that it's difficult to find other people who both enjoy and produce them. But since this is the internet, these people exist, and for many years, YouChew was the site in which lovers of this emergent remix culture could congregate and exchange ideas. But if you want to discuss YTP with strangers on the internet, YouChew is the only option, and therein lies the problem because it's not a good forum, it's not a bad forum, it's the forum for talking about YouTube poop. Now, this document, written by graduated high school aged Emperor, goes on to detail how he's observed something that happens whenever a culture develops, which is the old guard start to resent the younger people who come in and start changing things, even if they might be changing things for the better. I'll just, here we are. See, Emperor Lemon loved Stuart K. Riley. He really looked up to him. Stuart K. Riley once said, I think Lemon has been on a downward spiral mentally, and now he's lost it completely. That's right. Well, he had a thing or two to say about that. This may be the most ironic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You guys want to know why I've been spamming this phrase on my Twitter? Let me explain why. The sheer ridiculousness of this phrase has been bouncing around in my mind ever since I first read it. I mean, how do I even respond to this? I ain't been on a downward spiral. I am the one who's on a downward spiral. Have you taken a look in the mirror lately, Stu? Remember how your news show used to be my favorite thing on the internet? Well, I honestly cannot name one news show in the past 2 years where I felt like it was worth my while. It's all fucking negativity these days. He goes on. I really don't care what people think of my videos. I am He doesn't. I'm just along for the ride. To me, YTP represents a mode of creative and ideological freedom that does not exist anywhere else on the internet. Last month, I graduated from high school and I felt an unbelievable sensation of freedom. However, 3 months before that, I figuratively graduated from taking YouTube so seriously after my We Need to Talk video. The reason I'm making stranger videos more frequently is not because I'm going insane. There's a lot of reasons to think. I'm not crazy, I'm not depressed, I'm actually living a very happy and peaceful life. The reason my new videos are the way they are is because I have abandoned my inhibitions. Ironically, my Ascended video, which started all this recent drama, was made to celebrate this new state of mental freedom which I now possess. In a way, I have ascended to an unprecedented level of enjoyment for these dumb videos. Now let's see what recent high school graduate Emperor Lemon considers to be essential.
Oh shit! What up? Oh shit! What up? I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Alright.
That boy.
Your time is up.
I'll get you, bitch!
And now for something completely different.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What the fuck is this?
Is this real life?
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
The Fitness Gram Pacer Test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Oh, a toy.
shit.
Get dominated! Get dominated!
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
As you can see by this graph,
The champ is here!
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy.
Welcome back to my laboratory where safety is now our word.
Daddy?
Yes. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Safety is now our word.
Oh.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Hail science!
He will be better than he was. John Seaman! Gentlemen, behold! John Seaman!
The terror of reading!
Against the board! You were supposed to explode!
Okay, I'll try.
Could you tell that was from 2016? So, yeah, he had more mainstream success, if you can call it that, with longer form poops based on Pixar and SpongeBob and whatnot, but that one was weirder, and it's my personal favorite, Emperor Lemon Poop. Anyway, he transitioned to making video essays, and now he's quite popular on YouTube with that format, but he did revisit all of this later on in another video essay, this time when he was around the age of graduating from college. So now we're going to get to hear a retrospective from an imp who's a little older, a little wiser.
For a forum where everyone tends to act aloof and disinterested, there were certainly a lot of people going out of their way to critique my video. It wasn't the content of the criticism that bothered me, rather the quantity of people coming out of the woodwork to express their dissatisfaction with me, a guy who never posted anything or interacted with anyone on the forum. Why did they care so much? Why did I care so much about what they had to say? I'll always remember when one day I went from less than 10 subscribers to over 100. A measly amount compared to my standards today, but at the time I considered it my single greatest accomplishment, not just in YouTube, but in life. For years growing up, my YouTube channel was the one single thing I was truly proud of, and YTP became one of the only defining traits of my identity. So maybe that's why I started taking it so seriously. Maybe serious is the wrong word, but around the time of the Pixar poops, I certainly started trying harder. I started making longer videos with more intensive editing, and I kept getting rewarded with wild popularity in my genre. But after getting so many views and subscribers, I really only cared about one thing: respect. YouTube poop originated as a way to mock and deride traditional media through remixing and editing. It is counterculture by its very nature, and it's always meant to rally against some kind of establishment. Paradoxically, popular YouTube poopers can never be truly respected, because when you enter the mainstream, you become the establishment.
That was Brian comments, the origin of the downward spiral, uploaded June 4th, 2019. Let's switch gears a little bit to another viewer named Lincoln. She was active from 2011 to 2019. Sometimes the style is described as horrifying. She seems to have deleted her channel at this point. She had some thoughts on YouChew as well, expressed as a diss rap. Please keep in mind that this is a tongue-in-cheek diss rap. It was not supposed to be a real serious thing.
Oh shit, motherfucker, step to the ring, yeah. Cause YTP is here. Let's get right down to the nitty gritty and talk about YouTube food. All you suckers that come from YouTube, I'll diss and spray ass like a roach. You think it cool with your shit is YouTube food? Shut your mouth before we come out stomping. Hey yo, and tell them, fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Yeah. Fuck YouTube. Oh yeah. Fuck em. I'm YTP and I'm the best from the east. And all this YouTube shit must cease. Hey yo, and get in every wall. You really think that you can say just me? We're coming to just me. Smile right to this. I'm crushing YouTube. I'm cool as Timbers. Eat nice, but storms crazy. Now eat ain't shit to me. I'm so large I fuck the plane up in the bathroom. We were bumming. You should have heard how the bitch was moaning. Having that slang war, we wanna know what you're fighting for. Fighting over ponies, all that good shit for dumb motherfuckers. Fuck them true, fuck them. Hey yo, it's looking shut the fuck up, you can't get shit. You sound like a kid playing on a swing.
My Little Pony can be an amazing source if you know how to sentence mix. My Little Pony can be an amazing source if you know how to sentence mix.
I don't give a fuck. So I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad boy killer. You know we really fuck you and your motherfucking mama. We gon' kill all you motherfuckers. Fuck you too, all you motherfuckers. Fuck you too. All of y'all motherfuckers, fuck you.
And that was Fuck YouChew. July 17, 2011. So again, look at who was subscribed to most, if not all of these people that she dissed, and she was a self-proclaimed player. We've met a lot of the people that she called out, and they are genuinely awesome people as well. We don't have time to talk about all of them, but we do want to focus on them.
And that brings us to CS 188. His real name is Corey Shuster. He's still active to this day, making poops. He got his start making prairie dog memes, and he's most well known for his HOH SIS series. The first of which was No One Needs Foundation Repair. But we're not going to show you that video. Instead, we're going to show you the sequel, which came out only 1 year later, just to be deleted after a couple days.
1 year later, and you want the Josh even more than the first time, right? And when it comes to Josh, there is nobody better than HOH SIS. You want to offer total satisfaction, right?
No.
What?
We no longer care about the customer satisfaction, and my guys no longer care about the job and doing the job right. I'm going to take a shit on the house.
What the fuck?
I'm being
Don't you want the Josh?
No, I no longer need the Josh.
But you need foundation repair.
Not anymore.
But you wanted the Josh the first time, right?
Never.
Then come back right now, you asshole, and say you want the Josh. Wesley, you like to do it all over again, right?
If I had to do it all over again, I'd probably say stick it up your ass.
What the fuck, Wesley?
I'm a very upfront guy, and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna have to be done, so I don't have to come back out here.
Holy fuck. Don't let anybody anybody escape. Damn it.
I'm happy.
They came and enslaved me and my family in every way possible.
And all I'm saying is they just thousands of others. So we knew they were going to cost us.
And you're out of money, right? Call HOH SIS right now for a free or
No way.
And that was Escape from HOH SIS from 2011. Although this video is only up for a few days, it still made a big impact in its short lifespan. Even inspiring a Gradius-style shoot-'em-up named after the poop. And yes, this is real. You can download the game from that QR code right there, or on Orange Tadpole's YouTube video site. Alright. So, you may ask yourself, but why were the HOH SIS videos taken down? Well,
why were they taken down?
CS188 has an explanation.
Hey guys, CS here. Recently, I had word from Ed from Home Savers Foundation Repair that someone had called his cell phone and was leaving prank calls. So really, don't be calling Ed, don't be calling Home Savers, just please don't do that. It's very disrespectful and it wastes people's time. And if you don't stop calling, I'm gonna find you. You don't want me coming to your door looking like this. Guaranteed.
And that was an important message to my fans from 2014. As you can see, people were harassing the company repeatedly from the source material. Trolls were calling Home Savers Foundation Repair all the time and asking for the Josh. So much so that a complaint was filed on YouTube against CS188 to take the videos down. However, HOH SIS is now safe to poop once again, since as of 2016, Home Savers Foundation Repair went out of business. Although even their Google Maps were not safe from the carnage, because as you can see, only 3 months ago, people are still commenting about the Josh. Speaking of poops overflowing into real life,
When I was 16, I had really big in the bathroom. All I had for breakfast was a huge hamburger, but not long after, I ran and I'd sit down on my toilet to take a dump. And then I sit there waiting for the poop to come out, but it was absolutely stuck in my anus. Anyway, after a few hours of this, I said, this is a big waste of my time. And I get the toilet plunger. I stand up and stick it onto my butt. And I start pumping away like mad. And I try to get that crap out. It's hurting. But I'm not taking no for an answer. Then I noticed the plunger was stuck to my bum. Great. So now I get the Michael Rosen lube. Oh, it was lovely. Anyway, I took the tube and I rubbed it on my ass and the plunger popped right off me. Wonderful. And then I noticed there was a great big chunk of poop stuck to the plunger. I smell it. Nice. Anyway, I think I'll get toilet paper. I tried to get the huge sloppy poop off the plunger, but it was sticky, and my fingers went right through the toilet paper. So now I've got the Michael Rosen shite all over my knuckles. Meanwhile, my mum is at the bathroom door. My mum calls out, "Hello, is everything good?" I said, yeah, great. Everything's fantastic. Then she asked, "Do you want an apple?" Mum, why the fuck would I want an apple? Will you go away? Okay, Michael, okay. So I tried to wash off the plunger in the sink. But my do was too sticky and it clogged the sink. I was an idiot. Meanwhile, I've got little dripples of poop coming out my butt all over the floor. So I start sliding on the shiny floor. Slap! Ow! I lay there on the floor with soggy lumps of dirt all over my hair and face.
Oh no, this is horrible!
Perhaps, I thought, when I got up this morning, I won't have to put my face in the chunk of shit, but no! Why should I get a break? Anyway, I start taking off all my clothes and I get in the shower and I'm just washing up. Then, suddenly, Mum says, "Right, Michael, that's enough. I'm coming in." Oh no! Now I was really fucked. She opens the door and then that really does it. Would you believe it, Michael? I don't believe it, I really don't. Do we take a dirty shit in the sink and fiddle-diddle with the toilet plunger at 9:30? No, we don't. No, we don't. And why is your poop everywhere but the toilet? Mum, just wait a sec, I can explain. I was not fiddle-diddling anything. Mum says, you can't fool me. Why do you have a lube? Shit, I've never felt quite so horrible in all my life. So that was that. I never saw Mum again. Later that day, my poop turned into chocolate cake. Wonderful. So I ate a lot. And I had loads to eat. The Michael Rosen tea time. At school, my friend Hans let one rip. And it was horrible. It smelled awful, like hundreds of rats died. Our teacher starts yelling at us, "No farting!" And so she started looking all around the class, trying to figure out who farted. No one knew but me. I put my face behind my face. I robbed my dick. Not long after, it was very hard.
Fiasco, June 22nd, 2016. CS188 made that proof, but it's not the first to prove Michael Rosen, we just wanted to show you. So, a little about Michael Rosen. He's a British children's author and poet. Uploaded videos of himself reading his children's prose to YouTube starting in 2007. He speaks at public events as well. He tried to get his boobs taken down at first, but as you can see, it didn't work. So much so that every year, poopers get together to make a collaborative Michael Rosen food. They email it to him on his birthday as a present, and these videos can often exceed 4 hours long. Quick segue into Lit Up 666, a British YouTuber. He met Michael Rosen at an event and asked him about food at one of his public appearances.
Right, I put up about 60 performances of mine on my website, and you have to choose your platform, and so I chose YouTube. I hadn't quite figured out, this is the bit I didn't realise, is that when you put things on YouTube, I thought somehow or other the access was via my website. Then I discovered, oh no, you could get to it via YouTube. Okay, this is about 3 years ago, so I'm just figuring this out. And then not only, if people can get it on YouTube, they can then take it and chop it up and turn it into something else. So if you've done a poem called The Babyshitter, some teenage guys in America call it The Babyshitter. And if they've got the Michael Rosen rap, they can, lots of funny, call it the Michael Rosen rape. And if you've got, I don't know, anything. So meanwhile, out there in America, I have become a cult called teenage masturbators. Teenage boy masturbators who turn my poems into sort of things about fucking sisters and stuff like that. So there's this whole kind of obscene thing where they've taken my poems, made them utterly obscene, and then, idiot me, what did I try and do? Pull them down. And boy, did the proverbial hit the fan. My word. At that point, they went bananas. One guy, I think he may still be there, he said, he filmed himself saying, I got a statement to make to Michael Rosen, and he's sitting there, you know, you can see his glasses in his little room. And he's sitting there, and he's got another guy put up like a manifesto against Michael Rosen, you know, and so on. And I kind of, I started getting into email correspondence with them. And one of them said quite directly, he said, well, I said, look, the problem is that kids think I'm a poet. I've got any objection to obscenity, it's all right, I'm utterly liberal about it. The problem is that kids are accessing this stuff, they put on the computer, they put in Michael Rosen, and up comes the Babyshitter, the Michael Rosen rape. I mean, you know, it's all right by me, I can sort of live with it, but I'm getting letters from parents going, are you aware? And of course they think possibly it's me doing it, you see. So back come the guys in Pennsylvania, why Pennsylvania, I don't know, my cousin was there, but anyway, back they come saying, well, that's not our fault, that's the fault of their parents letting them surf the net. At which point, I had no answer. And I said, yeah, I mean, if you've got a problem, I mean, if you let a 10-year-old surf the net, you will see the most god-awful stuff up there. So I said, fair dues, guys. At which point I suddenly became, you know, even more of a massive hero for the Pennsylvania masturbators. I am now right there with these guys. And,
from May 29th, 2011. This next poop is the poop that Michael mentioned in that last video.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cooling, all shooting.
Strict, Eric. We had a teacher who was so strict, you weren't allowed to whack in her snatch. She used to stand out in front doing the Michael Rosen rap. Kids in my class. The Michael Rosen whack. Babyshitter. Sometimes my mum and dad used to each other. This meant that my brother had to slap my face. He hated me. He hated my face. He hated my mum and dad. He hated the Michael Rosen rave. I fiddle with my big box. He tries to pretend I'm not there. It's no good, he can't. I'm whacking away like mad. He starts to laugh. All right, he says, look, right, that's it. He sounds like he's going to really do my ass. Nice. Haribo. Once my friend Haribo came to school whacking. We said, what's the matter? Shit face. And he said his granddad had died. Then I said, Haribo's granddad. Always knew you were a bit shit. Once my friend Haribo fell over and died. He had a shed where they used to string you up from the wall bars. They used to screw you up the bars. Mind you, my gran was nice too. She gave me and my brother a blow.
That was Michael Rosen, Babyshitter, by Metal Soul from May 3rd, 2010. So Michael has one last message for all those teenage Pennsylvania messengers.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks for
Just
coming.
press start. Do you want to say when to stop?
It's cool. So, Michael, what have you got to say to your millions of YouTube fans?
Hi, poopers. It's so wonderful what you've done with all my YouTube performances. I'm so grateful to you. It's been so wonderful to see my face turned into and all those words chopped up. I love you, poopers. I love you.
Hey everyone, remember this?
Snooping as usual, I say.
That was from The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, a 90s cartoon where Robotnik was voiced by Long John Baldwin. Sadly, he didn't live to see himself become a meme, but the meme did make its way into Sonic cartoons years later.
Say that again, Matt.
But the meme did make it into Sonic cartoons years later.
There we go.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. Snooping as usual, I see.
Now that was from the 2014 Sonic Boom series, a loose tie-in to the game of the same name, and was uploaded by a fan the same day the episode aired. Now Mike Pollock, the current voice of Eggman, had his own run-in with the meme online.
Stated format's over.
We see from the words of BR, Mike deliberately didn't pronounce Pingus as much as the original, and yet I still hear it. And Mike himself responds, should have been in the studio to direct me. As we can see, Mr. Pollock resents his meme status, but still loves his fans enough to engage with it.
Yeah, specifically, somebody asked him why he was so shy about the Pingus thing. If you can imagine that. He actually said that when he was younger and naive, an eager fan asked him to recite this particular line, and it was only later when he saw him celebrating his accomplishment online that I had a chance to, quote, search and find out why he wanted me to say it. He got his trophy, I got a case of resentment, and now I don't take requests. That, and I'm also 57 years old.
So, as such, Mr. Pollock's resentment is disappointing, but understandable.
Hey everyone, remember this?
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
And that, if you didn't know, was the intro to Hotel Mario, the infamous Philips CDI game. And this is Marc Graue, a prolific voice actor and instructor. He's most notable as the voice of Mario, Luigi, and Bowser from Hotel Mario. He knows he has become a meme, but unlike Mike Pollock, he actually embraces it. Here's what he has to say.
Mario and Hotel Mario sounds like someone who might complain about not getting to Rent in a bad 70s gumshoe flick.
That would be your reference. It's like, okay, he's a plumber from New York, so that's the first thing you're going to do. But it's the same premise as,
Instead of doing the Joe Pesci voice where the guy's up like this talking 150 miles an hour, maybe put some weight on the guy and bring him down so he's like, weighs a couple more pounds, make him stupid. So like he's not that smart. Or even if it's like the head of the plumber, you might even bring him down to this level. Change the pipe and it'll break you up.
And that was an interview with Marc Graue. And this is a re-recording of the Hotel Mario intro that Marc graciously redubbed 3 years prior to this for his fans, acknowledging his status as a meme.
Hey, what kind of fucking place is this? You're so. So what the fuck is this about anyway?
It's that fucked up sign. Jesus, was this written by retarded kids? Club Cooper. Let's see here. You wanna suck my what? You want to do me in spaghetti sauce, baby? I want to touch your garlic bread. This is kind of fucked up here, you know what I mean? But I like it, you know what I'm saying?
You are a gay motherfucker.
You want my dick, gay motherfucker, but to everybody else, I'm just happy. Look, I've sucked one dick, that's all.
I mean, what a guy. He finds out he's a meme and he re-records the audio for the cutscene just for us. So, yeah, obviously, sometimes YouTube poop spills over beyond YouTube. But have you ever heard of a YouTube pooper moving beyond YouTube poop? Well, take a look at this. You ever heard of these guys? I swear, back in the day, I saw a couple of YouTube poops by a fella named HeHe Productions, spelled in leet, of course. Now, it was tough to find later on, but yeah, sure enough, these guys, Ethan and Ela Klein, they ran the H3 YouTube channel, which is now known for other stuff, but they got their start in YouTube poop. They got their start with stuff like this.
Cover all 9,000 taste buds. Aerate it, warm it up, driving up, get that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
Man, that video was a real 10. So, yeah, they did stop doing poop, but they kind of just moved on to making fun of stuff in other ways. For example, vaping.
I'm about chasing the fattest clout and ripping the fattest vapes. Welcome to the Vape Nation.
So yeah, that was where H3 really blew up in popularity, and of course that also parlayed into the success of their podcast. Now this is how you've probably heard of these guys. I want you to put this in your head. The creator of that YouTube poop from a few seconds ago started the most popular podcast on Earth until that title was taken by Joe Rogan. But like, this was, yeah. I mean, but yeah, look at these numbers, all right? 2.92 million subscribers, 12 million views on their most popular video. That started with poop. Anyways, so let's talk about the poop moving beyond YouTube. Poop itself.
Now, Marc posts short poops on Twitter. He posts these compilations of those poops on YouTube as well. There's a political focus, it's polycharged, if you will. Uses subtitles, and subtitles are good for Twitter because it autoplays the videos muted as you scroll through your feed. So here's a poop on his Twitter.
And then Biden came in, and he came many times. The heart of the Republican Party are truck workers and steel drivers and truck stealers and cop fighters, and I think that is fantastic shit. I think we should be the party of Josh.
Busting Jordan, you created an app.
Which I think is a very good thing.
Okay.
At puberty, women become men.
If you had to name a number,
Yes.
1 to 10, Scandinavia, I don't know.
On December 6, 2023. Now, I know what you're really here for. You're here to see MF Goo.
Yes, monsieur?
I wish to see MF Doom. MF Doom.
Is not seeing anyone. What are you doing? Get out!
Exhibit here from June 28, 2019. So just to explain the meme, there was an earlier meme making fun of the video game Heavy Rain. They used the dialogue, I'm here to see Pac. But it took on a life of its own. So if you're not familiar, Doom is one of the best rappers of all time. So who started this meme?
Jason!
Dandy Feller started this meme. He focused on soundtracks and kind of shitpost type videos, spawned Doom Mania in 2018 when he created his Doom-based offshoot of the I'm Here to See Paco meme. I'm here to see MF Doom quickly sprouted to its own branch on the meme literature.
I'm here to see MF Doom. MF Doom. MF Doom. I'm here to see MF Doom. MF Doom. I'm here to see Paco. MF Doom. MF Doom. I'm here to see MF Doom. Paco. I'm here to see Paco. MF Doom. MF Doom. I'm here to see.
What a crescendo. That was also I'm Here to See MF Doom. That was by Dandy Feller from October 29, 2018. So now I'm just going to show you the first 30 seconds of this video for no reason at all. Please keep in mind the description this is an excellent use of YouTube's server space.
Yeah, just the first 30 seconds.
You killed me! Good!
Now, as of this year, you can now replay Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamble, recreated from the ground up, using the original assets and using PC Game Maker. A developer named Dopley came along and gave us something else. You! Look what you all have done!
Look what your love of poop gave the world.
After 10 years of peace, the evil Dimer has returned. It's up to Princess Arsette to defeat him. In this new interactive animated adventure, Arsette must explore the kingdom of Faramore, slay fearsome foes, acquire powerful items, discover secrets,
challenge me.
Featuring hand-painted backgrounds, animated scenes,
My goods will improve your fortunes so long as you improve mine.
an outstanding original score, and talent from previous interactive adventures. Good! This will be a journey you won't want to miss. Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, coming soon to your interactive multimedia system.
Pay with something, will ya?
So Rosette did get delayed, but it will be available as of next month. Invested on Steam. I'm sure Donnelly will thank you. I just want to take a moment to point out that Donnelly got the original voice actors of Lincoln Zelda. Jeffrey Graff and Bonnie G. Wilbur, and Rob Dunleavy, the original background painter from Faces and Rant.
Alright, we're gonna start winding things down with one of my favorite poopers, Noise Puppet.
Yeah!
He tends to gravitate towards older source material, and he loves the Dr. Toot meme. His breakout hit was ShamWow, you'll say Vince, which we are gonna show you right now.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying Vince every time you use this towel. Vince. It's like a sham, it's like me, it's like wow. A regular towel doesn't use this towel. This works wet or hard. This is Germany. ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in Olympic divers. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work? Vince twice as hard. Vince doesn't trip. Vince doesn't smell. Vince doesn't shit in the washing machine. Bring me out. You wash me in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans make me wet. Germany. We're gonna do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill. See what I'm telling you?
You don't want to go through any kind of trick. Out of your mind.
All I can say is sham.
Here's how to order.
ShamWow is not available. Beware of taters.
And that was ShamWow, you'll say Vince from 2008. But who is Noise Puppet? Well, he's not your typical teenage Pennsylvania masturbator. I was surprised to learn that in fact he is a boomer. Here's a clip of a Q&A he held discussing his life and experiences making poop.
Hey, it's time to do that Q&A that I promised. A fine fecal mist asks, does Corvettes have more of what you're looking for? Corvettes does have more of what you're looking for. We've got more than just a couple of fucking stereos. We've got fish pie in your pants. We've got sog paneer. We've got the rapist too. Raping you. Oh, Dios. Plus a whole host of tape recorders. I don't even know what a tape recorder is. Patsui asks, which is your favorite poop of your own? Well, it's the one I just quoted. It's called Parade of Failed Old Shit. It just hits all my favorite things to do. It's got Shitburger the Werewolf. The fact that it's a bunch of failed old businesses means that no corporation is going to slap a copyright claim on it just to keep you from talking about them. And lastly, Patui asks, what is your job? Well, my job is I'm a librarian. Before that, I was a sound man, and before that, I was a psychotherapist. No kidding, I was a psychotherapist.
And that was Q&A&guitars from 2015. In that clip, Noise Puppet mentions his favorite poop that he's made was Parade of Old Failed Shit. Well, we're going to show you that clip now.
Feel us, Burger Shiz. At Burger Shiz, we're doing you more. Hot service. Our hot, nasty masses. Money. Yes, jerks. No extra charge. You get your mouth and then sauce.
We're feeling proud to say, gush, gush, gush.
Where's the best place to buy a granular gallery?
At Corvettes, you'll find more than just a couple of fucking stereos. We've got fish pie in your pants. We've got some pan here. You'll find the rapist too. Raping you. Deals. Plus a whole host of tape recorders. What's a tape recorder?
And look at these rice teeth. I need a Skooks.
Corvettes has more of what you're looking for. 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 Corvettes has more of what you're looking for.
There's a Sun 10 battery for you at Corvettes. You and more. Plus Sony's new electronic tuna fish.
And oh, that's rice.
So for the greatest taint.
Corvettes is for you.
Gosh, Burger Chef, it's Shitburger the werewolf.
Shitburgers. Fun burgers. And now at Masturbating Burger Chefs, you can bug me on Halloween. There's a magic tip in each bunker. There are tips you can collect.
Chef, you're in.
You gotta say it.
You gotta sit too deep down, sit. So flippin' hot, so the best we got. No, don't you dance. You gotta sit down.
That was Parade of Failed Old Shit by Noise Puppet from 2012. All right, now we had a lot more detail on these topics that we wanted to cover. We had other topics that we wanted to cover, but last November something happened, and I should explain. See, last year we did a panel called YouTube Poop: The Fresh Prince Pinches Back. We showed 10 poops based on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. 5 of those poops were by a pooper named Probo Productions, and 2 of those poops were called the Fresh Prince of Blair. We were proboed out. We were Fresh Pinced out. We weren't gonna revisit that this year, but you see, last November something happened. After 7 years of silence, a full 9 years after the original, the champ is here! Fresh Prince 3, Part 1.
Stop playing video games. I've had enough of your stupid video games. Aren't you both a little old to be playing video games? Shut up! What? You piece of shit. I have to watch TV, television, now.
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
The Burger King commercial. More after this. I'm Philip Banks, and I'm stupid. Philip Banks, sunks.
Uncle Phil, you got to kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? But how can you hit me, man? Fuck you, Uncle Phil.
Nephew.
I guess we both said some things we didn't mean. But give me a hug. You gonna let me go anytime soon?
That's a nice ass hat.
Thanks a lot. You gonna be alright, Uncle Phil?
Can't breathe.
Hey, Marc, I can't breathe.
Because you leaning on his asshole. Can't breathe.
Hey, Marc, I
Can't breathe. Could be because you are an asshole.
Why are they taking so long with those tests?
Milk.
What do you mean, Jeffrey?
Didn't realize you were such a cunt.
Excuse me, I'm Dr. Carlton. Your father's gonna be fine.
Oh, no. Do you know him?
No.
Well, anyway, he's my father. I didn't hear any beep.
Okay? Can't breathe.
You could never let me down, Dad.
Fuck you. Where you going, sweetheart?
You let me down, Dad.
Give me a hug, sweetheart. Look, I didn't come here for your approval, right? Out of here.
He don't come to visit me. You okay? Yeah. Okay.
Stupid idiot, stupid Carlton. Give me all your money. Well, I'll pay you $26 million. Let's have the money. Come on. Hey, it's cool, dude. Carlton, give him the money. Hey, look, that's all we got, man. That's it. Super Carlton.
This is a story all about a couple of aliens who were up to no good. They did my ass in my neighborhood. I got in one alien fight and my mom got scared and said, my mom's furious came out. She gave me a kiss and then she kicked my ass and then she kissed my asshole. When a couple of my moms who were upside down and started making orange juice.
Every glass of Tropicana orange juice is 100% beet. Delicious beet-less juice. Tropicana. Sip your piss.
Pardon me while I go die.
Everyone, look what Will did. He cut my steak in the shape of a peppermint.
Excuse me.
This is so sexy.
I want to sit my pants down.
That penis smells terrible.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
I want to talk to you two in the other room. Now.
Sit my pants down.
It's time we discuss this relationship. Vivian, discuss this relationship.
You're absolutely right.
Jeffrey, discuss this relationship.
Jeffrey, you're absolutely right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to spend a quiet evening with my Nintendo GameCube.
I want to go get my birth mint. My birth mint.
It's probably around here somewhere. There it is. You ate all my breath mints. You can consider our friendship over.
You're no longer welcome in this house, and I'd appreciate it if you just got the hell out of my house.
I thought you liked me.
Yes, I did till you ate all my breath mints, idiot. You know what? Let's kill each other.
You are so rude.
Me? You ate all my breath mints?
Mention those breath mints one more time, I'm gonna Skooks.
Breath mints.
What was that?
Sounded like the Skooks.
Shut up, sweetheart. Oh my God. I think my dick's broke.
Who cares what you think? You ate all my breath mints. You should be ashamed of yourself. Moron!
How could you do such a thing? I hate you. You're stupid and ugly, and I wish you would die.
You should kill yourself, and you really stupid.
Sex with all of us.
Your father's a sick, demented pervert.
Oh, yeah, he sure is, Evan. Oh, you know what? Uncle Phil might have syndrome.
Syndrome? What's that?
His done lapped over his.
I'll kill you, sweetheart.
Oh, hello.
You gonna let me go anytime soon?
No. You're here.
No. Uncle Phil ate all my breath mints. Yeah, babe.
This kid is Carlton.
I cannot believe that you and Carlton made love. Seems like just yesterday when I was wiping his dick.
That is not cool. I'm calling the police, man. Officer, I want you to arrest this man. He ate all my breath mints.
For the bats in jail. My blood, sit down.
Oh, good, Jeffrey, you're here. Jeffrey's on fire.
Uncle Phil got arrested.
By who? The police? Jeffrey, did you really enjoy having sex that much?
The closest I'll ever get to a boner. Corrections.
That's a pretty hard dick.
Come here, sweetheart. How's it wrong?
What's going on here? I'm Henry First. Wouldn't it be nice if you could suck your cock? What if you could fuck your vacuum cleaner?
Well, that's a super idea. Carlton, you're Carlton.
And you're Henry Firth. Did you leave a vacuum cleaner on? I just heard a loud vacuum cleaner.
I asked myself that question the first time I asked myself that question.
You missed a spot.
Thank you, Miss. Lunch is served, but it's milk.
Wonderful place where all
terrible place where all the tables are people.
Hillary, I've had enough of your stupid bullshit.
I shouldn't be treated like an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Shut up! Stupid bullshit.
What's up, man? What you working on?
That's an assignment for Carl in class. I'm supposed to imagine Carl in...
You are Carlton.
And if this isn't at all consistent, my wife's gonna be Carl in too.
Oh, your wife, Mrs. Carlton.
Before we begin the class, I must speak about the atrocious defiling of my ass. So if any of you may know, he did. Snips.
I'm Super Henry Furk. I'm Henry Furk. Good night, sweetheart.
So yeah, that was the first part of Fesh Pins 3, and every check mark on YouTube descended on the comments section the first day it went up, so there's a good chance that Krobo is your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Also, a man met his wife because she dropped a Fesh Pins reference and he got it. That happened. All right, we're gonna leave you with a quick final thought, bringing this all home, courtesy once again of Noise Puppet.
Burning Fajita Salt says, when did you first become open to the idea of pooping? Mixing and mashing the banal to make something funny. Was it first something that popped up with the rise of YouTube poop, or has it been in the back of your head for a while? I'd say it's been in the back of my head all my life. I think that human beings just sort of naturally chop up all these audiovisual presentations in their own heads and rearrange them in a way that suits them. When I saw that people were doing this on YouTube and that there was a way to do it with the sort of desktop computing power that I had, it was just an instant reaction. I had to start doing this. So the answer is 6 of one, half dozen the other. I think that I would always want to resist mass culture and advertising and commercial culture by taking their productions and chopping them up and making something else out of them, even if it's like these old sort of schoolyard parodies we used to sing when we were in elementary school. You know, McDonald's is your kind of place, hamburgers in your face. These things had real traction with us when we were kids, and they still do in my mind at the age of 50. It's taking commercial mass culture products and rearranging them to suit our own needs, and in ways that liberate the contents of the unconscious mind, and in ways that offer resistance to colonization by commercial interests.
Telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years. Rap snitches, telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years. Tight profile, low, like A and paid in full. Attract heavy cash, cause the game's centrifugal. Mr. Fantastic, long though like elastic. All my life with twin Glocks that's made out of plastic. Can't stand a brown nose and nigga, fake ass bastard. Admiring my style, tall bust through Manhattan, plotting, playing the quickest. My flow's the sickest, my hoes be the thickest. My dro, the stickiest. Street nigga, stamped and bona fide. When beef jump, niggas come get me cause they know I ride. True to the ski mask, New York's my origin. Player fake gangster like an old accordion. According to him, when the D's rushed in, complication from the wild testimony was thin. Caused his man to go up and off the board, hit him again. Lame rap snitch nigga even told on the Mexican. Rap snitches, telling on their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label center for years. Rap snitches, telling on their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label center for years.
True, there's rules to this shit. Fools dare care. Everybody wanna rule the world with tears for fear. Yeah, tell it on the mountain hill. Running up their mouth bill. Everybody doubting still. Informer, keep it up and get tested. Pop through your bubble vest or double-breasted. He keep a lab down south in the Little Beast. So much heat you would've thought it was the Middle East. A little grease always keeps the wheels a spinning, like sitting on 23s to get the squealers grinning. Hitting on many trees, feel real linen. Spitting on enemies, get the steel for 10 men with no brains but gum flap. He said his gun clapped, then he fled after one slap. Son, shut your trap, save it for the bitches. Delicious, rap snitch, delicious.
You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Crazy, man. I'm just analyzing this whole game. It's just bugged out, man. Niggas snitching, telling on their own self.
It's a horror.
Fuck around, gonna get everybody bag, man. Fuck around. MF Doom
is not seeing anyone.